What's happening, Reds? Back again. Me and Paul going over everything that has gone on this week and this weekend with United. But once again, it's been a disappointing one, mate.
Same thing every week, isn't it?
It's just like we build our hopes up, we get a little bit excited before each game, and then we just get let down again. And we talked about it last week, and we're just going over the same things every single week.
All the time. Same no effort, same up and puff. It's just like you repeat yourself over and over again.
It's literally got to a point now where everyone's scratching their head. It's like we've gone through every permutation, we've gone through every issue that we think could be the problem or what's affecting everyone, and we just keep coming up against the new brick wall, it seems, every single game. It's like everyone says the right thing off the pitch in terms of the club, and then as soon as they walk out onto that pitch, it's like end of days. It's like everything goes out the window.
We just didn't look like winning, did we? Once they scored that first goal, take it 1-0, we just didn't look like we was ever going to come and score and win that game. We just lacked everything again, same as it was just all once again huff and puff, huff and puff. You know what I mean? 7 minutes injury time come up, you think, come on, this is it, let's go for it.
Back in the day you would have, wouldn't you? You think there's a chance.
But even though you think, come on, 7 minutes, let's go for it, all that, and we're just hoovering it in. We was just literally...
Can you remember one shot or attempt on goal in that 7 minutes?
I can't remember. All I remember is Ashley Young kept passing it to De Gea. And I'm thinking, what are you doing, you spoon? Get it up. I don't get it.
It was like you said, the same old huff and puff, and it was like there was just... It's like they've forgotten how to actually win a game, actually score a goal. I mean... First 20 minutes, I thought, here we go, we actually showed a bit, and now a few balls over the top.
It's the same as we show a bit of willingness, 20 minutes there, the crowd are behind us, and then we go for it, and then after the 20 minutes, and that's it, we die down to a type of fucking Swansea type of team, don't we? We just sit back and we invite them, come in and think, come on.
I mean, it got brought up, a lot of it. Obviously, we've gone over attitude, we've gone over how they're actually conducting themselves on the pitch. Are they wearing the shirt with the right amount of passion and pride? We've gone through all of that, but at weekend it was a point made, especially by Gary Neville, about the fitness. It was brought up on Sky, it was all over Sky, the fitness of the team. I mean, we had the nightmare in pre-season with Mourinho, we never looked right and set for the season after that, but can we blame Mourinho on that?
You're telling me a player who trains every day, works out every day, can't run around for 90 fucking minutes. Listen, I'm a little fat cunt me, but I tell you, I can fucking do more effort than them twats at the minute.
You know what, mate, I wouldn't doubt that one bit at the moment. It's
just poor excuse to not fit.
How can you not? On, man. Exactly that. The dietitians, everyone at the club.
They have the best. They have the best health thing. Everything after the game, they're all in the ice bath. They're not like us. We play football for 90 minutes. We're stiff as fuck. Yeah, and we're stiff as fuck the next day. Yeah, get
no,
that. It's. They've got the right facilities there. What make their bones recover quickly and ready to go again.
I mean, I've heard ex-players on the radio coming out of games talking, backing the players up, saying you can't just say he's on this much money, he's on that much money. There's actually more things going on behind the scene. Honestly, what else is going on behind the scene? You come to United, you know exactly what you're getting yourself in for. It's one of the biggest clubs in the world. The only thing that goes on behind the scene, you just said exactly what I was going to say then, mate.
If you can't handle being at this club, fuck off, because you're not right for as simple as.
Comes down to having the balls, doesn't it? Like Deanie said, kahunas, what have you got? Exactly. I'm not showing absolute jack, mate, at the moment. It's got to a point where you're looking at them now, you're going, yeah, I like the name on the shirt. On paper, it looks right.
Yeah, I'm at the biggest club in the world.
As soon as you walk on it,
bottle it.
Exactly that. We couldn't believe how lucky we was actually having another chance at the top four. And I mean, I said it 2 weeks ago we weren't going to make top four. I got carried away, build up, thinking, yeah, we got another chance. But then, as soon as I get sat down, I'm thinking, oh, you know what? It's not a bit stupid now because I actually thought we could do it. And these guys have been letting us down for weeks. And why would they change all of a sudden now after someone else lets them back in the race?
It's one of them top four, innit? As much as we want it, it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant to us. We've not done nothing since Fergie left. We've not done anything in Champions League is irrelevant to us at the minute. We just need to get that fight back. We need to get that passion back. We just need to get the buy back and get back to winning ways.
Back to basics. A lot of people have said.
A lot of us. Yeah, back to basics. Let's strip it down and go again in the new season because I'm done now, mate. I'm deflated to fuck.
You're not the only
I can't
one,
even
mate.
get myself up for any. I'm not even arsed now. I'm more concentrating on sitting hoping they win the league than I give a fuck about whatever we do in our next 2 games. I couldn't give a shit.
Sorry state of affairs, we're actually
It is,
thinking like that now, mate, innit?
And we're just falling so far behind. It's a sad state of affairs what we're in and the position we're in at the minute, because I just don't see it getting turned around. I just don't see it.
No, mate, it's like...
It's like now with all the players, we're getting De Gea, he wants to go, Pogba, he wants to go. Look at City, Aguero, the best striker, one of the best strikers ever to come to the Premier League. Not once has he said he wants to leave City, even when they were struggling, fighting to get in the Champions League and getting nowhere in the Champions League. He never once come out, he dig deep and he said, I'll get yous here, I'll get yous winning the title, and he done it for him, and now he wants to win it with the Champions League with him. He digs deep, same as David Silva, what a fucking player he is. He never comes out and says, I want to go Madrid, I want to go Barcelona. They don't do it, they just get their head down and do best for City, and now look at them.
Exactly.
You know what, them players as well, they're mentally strong. Your Silvas, your Agueros, they are mentally strong in their head and they're winners.
Exactly.
And that's what we need.
Because they came in, and you can't even say they were part of this new revolution, because they were there before Pep came in.
Of course he was, that's what I mean. And they dug deep and they dug for the team, and they've got the team to where they want to be.
Exactly.
And that's the type of player we need at the minute. And we're scared. Look, top 10. You look at the top 10 scorers in the Premier League. We're not in one of them.
No.
We've not got one player in the top 10 scorers in the Premier League. No, City have got 2 or 3. Spurs have even got two players in there.
Yeah,
Liverpool.
Easy work.
We've not got one.
Even Arsenal have got one in it, mate.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
We've not even got one player in the top 10. That just says it all.
It does, mate. We just our leading goal scorer this season is Paul Pogba, and he's coming under more criticism than anyone. I'm not even going to touch on Pogba tonight.
Penalties that with him, though.
Yeah.
Quite a lot have been
set pieces. I'm not even going to touch that. That conversation has been had. I mean, the fact that going back to where their attitude is and where their actual fitness is with United. I mean, saying again, Gary Neville brought it up with Lukaku. I only seen it when I watched it back, when he made that one sprint and he's pointed it out on the screen and said he just looks knackered. He looks knackered. He's made one sprint.
Shit.
And that's our £75 million striker. He's made one sprint.
Our main up front man.
It's like, is this what it's come to? We had a little bit of a burnout with Ollie in the first couple of months. But is our fitness even there compared to a team? I mean, there's no excuse for him being fit comparing to any other normal average Joe, but...
Shit, that ain't it. What do you think
how is
Pep
anyone
does?
else?
What do you think Pep does in the week? Goes, gets him down and starts reading fucking story time with him. Come on, every player's getting drilled just like United players are. That's a poor and weak excuse that to try and say we're fucking struggling with fitness.
Yeah.
No way, I don't accept that. No way.
No.
Look at Liverpool. Look at them. They're playing the same team week in, week out, 3-4 games a week, and it's still Mane, Salah and Firmino playing up front. There's no one going on about them. Oh, look at their fitness.
They got more games.
Did you see the video of Martial on Twitter?
I've seen that one. I know.
Mate,
that was
get him out of this fucking club, mate.
I seen that, and I thought
that was disgusting to see, mate. That just shows his fucking attitude.
Yeah, if you haven't seen that video, it's circulating Twitter. Someone actually filmed Martial in the warm up while everyone else was taking shots and doing drills. He was stood there about a minute and a half, 2 minutes, just there with the ball at his feet.
Kids who don't get picked for the best team and they fucking shoot like.
It says something that actually I found is actually filming that, actually looking at Martial, and people say he gets dug out a lot, but it's. I mean, I touched on this on another video about players' actual personalities and the way they are. And Martial is naturally a miserable looking guy. He doesn't really smile much.
He doesn't smile. He doesn't.
And it comes across that way to a lot of people. I can't obviously. That's just the way he is, and I'm not going to hold that against him. It's just sometimes though, when you see them walk out, and I'm sat there every single week, and Lingard's another one for this, joking around, trying to hit the crossbar with his mates and stuff like it's in the park. And I look across to the other side of the pitch, and I can see the other team. They just look like they're drilled. They look like they've got more. They want more, and they're actually all on the same page. Chelsea were the same. In terms of our warm up, I'm not going to disrespect anyone in United's training setup or anything like that, but we have one warm-up situation now. We play a little bit of pass the ball in the middle, and then we go on to like laying a shot off.
I know, yeah.
School kids do that.
Exactly.
School kids are doing that. Ball in, lay it off, have a shot. Half the time we're trying to catch them because they're all missing. There's the odd one, but it's like a comparison to other teams. It just seems like we're falling behind in absolutely everything.
Yeah.
It's got to an embarrassing stage now. We're like, look at them now, they don't even look like they're bothered. They're having a joke, a laugh.
Same as I. Did you watch pre-build-up before Everton game when we played Everton?
I've not seen the build-up to that because I was there at the game.
Lingard again, that's for instance, again, laughing and joking with Michael Keane, bringing old back and forth. Man, you're too childish for this club, you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You need someone with a bit of... He's too childish, and him and Pogba, it's like two little school kids, you know what I mean? We don't need that at the minute. We need someone who wants to put their head down, fuck all his laughing and joking, and just dig deep and get us back where we need to be.
It is that, mate. Well, I've been on Twitter today and I've actually put it out there and said that we're filming tonight, and topics, I mean, we're all pretty much on the same page at the moment because we're all disgusted in everything about the club right now, but I put out there different topics what people wanted to bring up and actually talk about, and I got inundated, so I'm just going to go through. If I don't bring yours up, sorry, there's just quite a lot to get through, but most of you touch on pretty much other people's comments in one way or the other. So United Road on Twitter: do you genuinely believe there is a homegrown bias from us fans and the pundits towards some of our players? Now that has been brought up quite a lot recently, because going back to what Gary Neville said, and I think a few people have picked up on this, that he dug out Lukaku at weekend. Now Lukaku hasn't been great by any means, but for his standard, that wasn't his worst game for me against Chelsea. He did a little bit more. He held up well, he made a few runs, but as someone, I don't know who it was, someone actually mentioned it. Why has he not dug out Rashford or Ashley Young? Ashley Young's got away with murder recently.
I know what I said the other week on your video. When Ashley Young plays shit, no one's surprised. So what's the point digging Ashley Young out when we know he's shit anyway? So you just bringing something up what doesn't need to be brought up. Everyone knows he's shit. So whether he plays shit or good, it doesn't matter. He's shit anyway.
Could say the same about Lukaku.
I know, but Lukaku's done it before, and he's done it at Everton, and I don't know. We had different expectations of Lukaku, didn't we? Obviously. He's not played really, he's not played much, has it? It's been Rashford playing, hasn't it? So he's not really had a chance, where Ashley Young has played week in, week out, but we all know he's shit, so don't dig him out.
Touched on it there, he said the name Rashford, he's another one who's not been dug out. Now Rashford, I built Rashford up at the start of the season, I load my hands up. At the time I thought he was one of the best.
He has done it for us this season in parts, he has.
And I said that
and you know
myself.
what I mean, you do get a bit of leeway when Ollie first come in, man, that guy was on fire.
Oh,
Rashford was on fire, no one could come close. He was getting compared to Mbappe, he was getting compared to one of the great youngest players at the minute, you know.
That's kind of when it went downhill, when that comparison came out. It really is, after that PSG game.
Same again, it's all about mentality. The pressure got to him.
Exactly that. So we don't think there is a complete bias, because I think nearly every player's been dug out recently.
What's going about Ashley Young? It means we're talking about Ashley Young every week, because you're going to say the same shit about how shit he is every week.
Yeah, it's like a consensus of that player is absolutely garbage, why even bring him up? That's what it's got down to. Going on, next one. Tom on Twitter, he says, thoughts on Bailly would be good. Thought he had a steady game yesterday, seeing no, he had not been out. He'd been out for months. We'll love him to stay. Hope to see Jones and Rojo binned off. Yeah, that's we're not going to touch on Jones or Rojo. They shouldn't even be in the red shirt. But Bailly was one of our better players yesterday until the injury.
He was, innit?
He was good on the ball.
I like, you know what? He reminds me of Vidic. He does remind. He's ruthless.
Hot-headed,
he's hot-headed. He'll get stuck in a challenge. He'll jump in 50-50 challenges. And sometimes you need them players who'll lift the other team up when they see them going in for a bone-crushing tackle. It lifts the team. But the only problem is it's either him or Jones. We can't keep two centre-back defenders who are both injury-prone. One of them's got to give and one of them's got to go.
There's only one on that list for me, mate.
Exactly.
I ain't no mate. If it came down to them two, mate, it's see you later, Jones.
Just give him a new contract, stupid twat.
I know, Poker Face can go out. Right, moving on. Yeah, I
love him.
There's plenty of centre backs at the club. If I had to choose two, then they would be the two that I would pick, Rojo and Jones.
Well, yeah, like Bailey and Lindelof on Sunday was a good solid partnership.
It was.
It done well, and then Obviously,
you can't blame that. I mean, some people have said, where are you on the rebound after De Gea? But that's people defending De Gea when I had no defence for De Gea yesterday.
that was a howl.
If you're shooting from 40 yards against De Gea, the defenders have done the job.
Yeah, but you're talking shooting 40 yards from a defender in Rudiger.
Yeah.
You're not a Paul Scholes bullet, you know what I mean?
Soft.
Yeah,
Soft,
you know what I
mate.
mean? It was weak from him.
He deserves the criticism he gets.
I know it's
De
like
Gea.
people going, oh, don't forget he got us in the top 4. He's won us plenty of games. Yeah, and we praised him. So when he plays crap and when he does howlers, expect people to slag at him.
Yeah.
You can't just you got to take the good with the bad. You can't just take all the praise. Say, oh, you can't slag him off because he won us this game, that game, already. Yeah, when he won us that game, we was praising him all along. But when you're playing bad and you're in a bad patch of light, you're gonna get criticism. You're not the biggest club in the world. We can't afford it, and look how much it's cost us.
Goals without saying, mate. That I'm totally on that page. Like you said, I've got a Dyson vacuum. 4 years, it's worked great. But if one day it's not bleeding picking up dirt, I'm going to kick it.
Yeah, you're going to think
you
this
know what
is
I mean?
shit. What the fuck?
It's out the door, and then if it doesn't do the job again, then and it doesn't want to. If he doesn't want to play for United, is that got into his head? A lot of people have said.
Real Madrid have just they don't even play
Courtois not even playing anymore.
You know what I mean? What are they going to do? Where's he going to go?
No.
Because he's not even been getting linked with Real Madrid. That's just people talking it up.
It is. It's like I said, who's going to want him in this form at the moment? Because he's lucky shaker. Pressure's on him.
If we could get a few $100 million for him, mate, take it, because he might not be able to recover from this storm. He had a bad World Cup.
Yeah.
He's had a few good games this season where he has saved. Don't get me wrong, he hasn't. He's been unbelievable, and I'd hate to see him go. But if an $100 million offer comes in, and we can get a keeper cheaper and strengthen elsewhere, I'd take
That's
it.
because for De Gea, for me, I'm saying.
He's replaceable.
Oh, he is replaceable for me too. If you take De Gea's shot stopping away from him, he's an average goalkeeper because he doesn't command his box.
Of course,
he doesn't command it. He doesn't play the sweeper keeper. He's not as good with his feet as the other goalkeeper. Don't say he's not bad with his feet, but he's not as good as some of the other goalkeepers out there at the moment with his feet.
Exactly,
I was watching Schmeichel.
And that's how they all start.
Yeah, I was watching Schmeichel spray the ball around, taking it off the two centre halves the other day. I've never seen De Gea outside his box with a ball. Not once. The game's changed now.
Yeah.
And I'll pick out point. Arsenal shot from outside the box. De Gea's fault. Lost the game. Messi went under him. Could have been a different game. Wolves away.
I know, but you can pick out all the goals he's conceded, but then you can pick out all the games. It does even itself out. It does in the long term. But
it does. I would being overcritical because everyone else is so bad that when he does make a mistake, it looks even worse,
because
doesn't it?
you expect him to do better. That's the thing. You expect him
Going the
to
other
be
way.
saved. Yeah, of
the other
course.
way
You know
to
what I mean?
Ashley
Because he has
Young,
been so solid to us, and you
Yeah.
expect him to carry on being so. And then when he don't, he gets picked out so easily.
Yeah. Moving on. Hope that one clears that up, by the way.
Gave him respect for them there though as well, to see when he was coming down singing his name, man.
Yeah, no,
You know
he got a lot of respect. He got a lot of respect.
He will have
there.
a lot of respect. Like I say, we all love him, but he's got to accept criticism when he's playing bad. You got to accept it. Des0XR
is a subscriber to the channel. Des follows me on Twitter. He makes a cracking point here, I think. He's got a few points. I'm just going to pick this one out, Des, first, mate, okay? What do you think the reason our fullbacks are so bad pushing up and most of all not making crosses? We've got, for me, the biggest, strongest centre forward in the league, and I don't ever see us playing to his strength once. I'm not supporting Lukaku here because he has been poor and we do need more from him, but for that size of attacker, he's always got his back to goal and that isn't his game. He's out wide yesterday. And we had Mata playing as number 9.
That's what it is, because he's just trying to get the ball. The serve is
He's trying to make it look like we've got a spot for him, it seems. Go out wide, you might get more of the ball, because when it comes in the middle, and I'm not slagging Mata off, for me he's one of our better players yesterday, because he consumed the two centre halves, and Rashford and Lukaku had a little bit more of the ball over the top. Granted, he didn't do nothing with it. But, you know what I mean, it was something different. Mata tied towards the end of the game and we completely died off. Because we haven't got a decent number 9. But why? I mean, we all know we're not going to bring up Young again, because he can't cross to save his life. How many corners he had yesterday was either over it or right into the first man. And then Shaw, his inability to consistently go forward. Sometimes he goes forward, but he seems to just follow suit to the wingers that we've got, and they're not even wingers, but all they do is go down, cut inside and try and shoot. I can't remember the last time we put a decent ball in.
These days, that's what they do, these new fullbacks. They all want to come in and score these spectacular 10 out of 10s. But I don't get when they prove it, because at the end of the day, training, right? I get the fullbacks will do defending, but when they're attacking, they must be learning how to cross the ball or cross the ball. What else can they possibly do?
Exactly.
When they're
it's
playing,
a basic.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And we still can't pull a decent crossing. We still, and even the overlapping, we don't even overlap anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You very rarely see us overlap.
Yeah. I did say that I was going to bring that point up, but your other point actually I've just seen there is actually a good one, because that, I think even Mark on United Stand brought this up as well. Are you scared, as I am, about the chopping and changing in the lineup with the tactics with Ole? Because this is what he was criticised for at Cardiff. He had a half decent start and the Cardiff fans were right behind him, pretty much the same as what we was. But then all of a sudden, he just started to chop and change on that starting lineup. I brought it up outside on my fan cam. The amount of changes we're making at the moment, that midfield three, apart from Pogba, it could be any of 6 combinations at the moment. The back line again, you see the complete change. And then up front, Matters up there. There's no cohesion, there's no routine to the lineup. Is that a massive issue?
I don't get why all of a sudden we've gone like this, because when he first come, because that was a problem under Johnson. It was chop and change, and it never worked. And then Ollie come in, and we thought, yeah, he's found his starting 11, because he was playing the same team every week. And now all of a sudden, 3 months ago, you could have picked Ollie's starting 11 and you would have been banged on.
Yeah.
Now there's so much chopping and change, and it's just killing momentum and killing the play with him, because 1 minute Martial's there, next minute's Lukaku. You know what I mean? We've got to have a steady team. Like we keep going back to Liverpool and City, their team week in, week out is the same. And if it changes, it's Sterling for Sane. They're both similar players. We go from Lukaku left to Martial left. They're both completely different players. So it messes all tactics up completely.
Going back again to structure, transfers, setting a squad system, players who fit the role. Which we just don't do.
We just sign big name players. I think they're going to blend in.
Exactly.
Don't worry like that no more.
Okay, next one. Cheers for that, Des, mate. Good points there, pal. Robert Schaffer, I think that's how you pronounce it. Sorry if it's wrong, mate. He's going about the old boys club. Is Carrick having an influence in all these old players like Jones, Smalling, Young, always getting a part in this team, always getting a place in this starting lineup? I mean, I can't really say. For me, until the summer comes, I can't really judge that, because we've got what we've got. You can't blame Ollie for playing these players, because I'm guaranteeing you now, these are the ones who are stepping forward saying, I'll run through a brick wall for you. The only problem is, the players like that are all our crap players.
Exactly.
The ones who want to play for us are the ones we don't want.
I'd run through a brick wall for him, but it don't mean I'm good enough to fucking start.
Exactly that.
That's how it should be with them.
It is exactly
and
that.
Carrick, if Phelan goes in Carrick's system, mate, we're fucked.
No,
I love him, mate.
That.
Don't get me wrong, I love him, but he's not big enough to be in a system.
Sorry, just cut off slightly there for a minute. Technical
Sort this
mishaps.
camera out, you
I
there.
know. Yeah, so just going back to Woodward again, it was basically he gets away with murder, and we never see him, we never hear from him. I'm sure even at these AGMs that they make, the people going in there are worded up before they go in there. There's only certain questions that can be asked. They're never going to let any real fans into anything like that because we haven't got a voice. It's channels like mine and all the other United channel, United Stand, and everyone else's were the only places where we can actually voice our frustrations, and it's unfair to the fans ploughing all this money in, all of that hard-earned cash for season tickets and everything like that, and we get nothing back from the club. I mean, a prime example, I went and renewed my season ticket this weekend. I went in, I've got 3 season tickets, I've got one for each of my daughter and my son, and obviously mine. So their junior tickets, I paid for them outright. 190 quid for under 16s, not an issue with that, that's fair dues. Paid that out, no problem. I went for the finance package.
Shots on it?
They've got a new one.
Oh, they've got a new one?
Yeah, a new one. A new one, I'm not going to mention it. But they've got a new one. So, I went in there, into the ticket office, and paid for the tickets for the kids, and then I went to sort mine out. He said, they'll go through the finance package now with me. Put it all through system. Yeah, you're all done. I expect the email through the next couple of days just to go over all confirmations and everything. Didn't get an email, so I rang them up this morning because it was Saturday I was in. I rang them up Monday morning. I'm just checking that everything's gone through. I went in on Saturday, a colleague of yours, blah blah blah, filled out all the forms, said everything's good. It's been rejected. My season ticket application has been rejected. So I'm like, what's going on there? It says, you'll have to ring the finance company who's authorising it. So I rang them up, Seppi went straight through to them. You've not even had an application, nothing's been put through. So I'm like, what do you mean nothing's been put through? I was in, no, we've got no record of any application gone through. So I rang the club back again, spoke to someone else, and literally the guy didn't put the postcode in right, so it didn't even go through to the finance company.
There's a week till shambles of our club. We can't get a season ticket all right at the minute. You know what I mean?
Everything is just. It just seems like it's falling apart from every angle.
When I heard about that payment plan has stopped and that old firm have been cutting, I thought, yeah, this is another goal to get the loyal fans, and the people who can't afford to put the 800, 900 quid a season up front. Push them out and let's go for the upper class of people, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. That's what it does feel like, mate. It does.
It does.
It's hanging. Okay, last question here before we finish up. How much money will we spend in the summer? How many players do you think we will bring in? Similar sort of question. Now that is a million and
hopefully
one
700
question.
Million.
Yeah,
we need £1 billion. We need £1 billion. That's how bad we are.
In this market,
£1 billion
to get the quality of player that we actually need to go back up to the top 4, which I don't think we will, because we're not going to spend that amount of money. You're probably on the mark.
Spurs haven't spent this year, and they've still done wonders.
But they've got a good scouting system, like we said before.
Like we need.
They do their own work, and they buy the right players. Look at the players that they've got in their team there. Look, who'd have thought Trippier, a lad from Bolton, the lad from Bury down the road there, was whipping free kicks into the top corner in the semi-final of a World Cup.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? They found him, they spotted him.
Yeah.
Alderweireld and Vertonghen there, how long have they been there at that club? They were young when they came in, but they were spotted, they were bought at the right price. Dele Alli, prime example of going out, not necessarily a youth player they've brought through, but noticing an actual young player who has got the potential to make it in the Premier League. He stepped up to the mark.
It's more than just seeing the potential, though, because you can, for instance, you can go with Arsenal like that, because Arsenal was always a club what bought young, wanted and built them up. And they've still been trying to do it now, and it's just falling apart for them just as much as it falls. So it's all down. It's not even just a case of signing them young, and it's the structure they build them and how they build them and how quickly they rush them into the team and how much you let them develop as a youth player instead of pushing him and rushing him, and that's what Spurs do, and they do it all right. Look at that Winks, that's another one they've got, you know what I mean?